Okay, my Young and the Restless fans, we got an action-packed episode to unpack today. Lily dumps Billy and then rails on Devon for stabbing her in the back. Victor thinks Chelsea is hiding something. And then finally, Chance blows up at Abby. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS soaps, both the Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful. This is your Young and the Restless recap for January 11th. And without any further ado, let's talk about what went down in Genoa City today. So let's start off over at Chelsea's apartment. While she's on a call, Victor shows up. And then she disconnect and they talk about the soccer game that he got Connor for Christmas. Now, he said he really liked it, and he reminds her of how he prevented the cops from having her charged with the attempted murder of Ray. Now, he's there to claim to help her again if she needs it. And she thanks him, but she doesn't need it. And he doesn't want Connor to be burdened down with adult problems. However, she is part of their family, and when someone falls down, the rest help them get up. He and Nikki loves Connor and says that being a grandparent is like being a parent. One is only as happy as the unhappiest child. And she says Connor is happy and thriving. Now, he offers to take care of the boy if she needs a break. And then Adam arrives, and you can tell he is pissed that Victor is there. Consider her off limits, Adam says, asserting himself. And Victor says he's going to see who he wants to and when he wants to, and again offers Chelsea the same thing. And she can come to him when she needs to. And then he leaves and Chelsea says, well, I'm fine. Now, Adam thinks that Victor has no boundaries, but Chelsea says that he helped her see some things more clearly. Now, she realizes that if she got the help back when she first saw a therapist, she might have moved on. And she's starting to see where her darkness came from and what led her to that rooftop. And she tears up and says that she thought that she had been better off if she wasn't there and didn't think of the pain she caused, especially with her son Connor. And he calls it one terrible moment in time, but she says she's working on herself. Yeah, let her have that accountability, Adam. So now we're over at Chancellor Winters, where we see Billy surprises Lily in her office. Now, he talks about waking up in the guest room and asks her to play a game with him. And he holds both of his fists out, and she chooses the right one and finds a chocolate heart. And she remembers them from Valentine's Day 2022, and that he filled her desk with them. They agree it was special. He doesn't want to give up on them, does she? And she says that they can't go back, and he knows. And then Billy calls therapy a disaster, but he knows that he needs to try harder. Now, Lily says that she loved him, but they still drifted apart, and how dissatisfied he is with his life and she is with the relationship. Now, Billy denies it, and she says that's even worse. And she calls them barely roommates, but he thinks that they can get past it. Now, she doesn't think relationships should hurt this much, but he's sorry that he caused her so much pain. Now, she's not blaming him. She's emotionally exhausted. She starts to cry that she has the nightmare with the IPO and can't talk about it with him because it's classified. And he asks if this is the end. It ends like bad business meeting, and she wants to move on from this. And she also says that it's not easy for her, but Billy walked away from her a long time ago. And she needs him to find where he belongs and where his happiness lies, but it does not include her. What they had was beautiful. She loved working with him and the romantic dinners afterward. She thought they were perfect, and now it's over. And she cries, and he finds this the most adult breakup he's ever had, and he wishes that he was strong as she was. They hug, and she tells him he is, and they cry, and then she has to take a call. She won't tell Jill. He goes, and Lily answers the call and learns about Devon wanting his company back. He did what, she says? Now, there's more drama over at Crimson Lights where Sharon gives Chance a Moroccan spice coffee she prepared for him. And then he tries the coffee. Abby walks in and glares. Now, Chance said that they should get a huge mat and darts, telling that to Sharon. Abby interrupts. Sharon leaves them to talk. Abby haven't seen him this happy in a while, and he asks, you know what's going on? Dom is fine. She just wanted to say that she's considering moving out, and then he thinks she's moving on with Devon, and then this is when it went left.
Like, I understand that I hurt you, and I did something terrible. But for you to think that I would just move in with Devon before the ink on our divorce papers is even dry? That I could just move on and slide into another relationship so quickly? Is that the kind of person that you think I am?
I mean, I'm not sure who the hell you are, because I don't know how you feel. I used to know you. I used to know you through and through. At least I thought I did. But now all I am clear on is the facts. Okay, you had sex with Devon. Walked in on you, half naked with the guy, remember? Hell, you spent Christmas with him too. And now I'm aware that you have full access to his penthouse because you took... So you want to know what I do know, Abby? If that wasn't a mistake and you're actually sorry about what happened, you wouldn't feel the need to spend every moment with the guy that ruined our marriage.
Okay, Abby, why wouldn't he think otherwise? Because we already know as the fans that you have once again slept with Devon. You have all access to his penthouse, everything that he said, so why wouldn't he think otherwise? Now, after the outburst, Chance apologizes to Sharon, but she thinks he needed to get that off his chest. It's natural and it's healthy, according to her. Now, Chance admits that he had this sense of failure that he can't shake. She doesn't think he should blame himself for the marriage failing because he was the one that didn't cheat. He knows he got lost in his job and wonders if he forgot how to be a man. Now, he put his job above all, and without that, he's not sure who he is. And can we not forget the fact that he covered up and supported Victor with that whole Ashland Locke mess? He did a lot for Abby. Abby just don't understand. You guys want more drama? Let's head over to Devon's penthouse. Devon is calling Lily and leaves a message so they can meet later. He's worried Jill is disappointed in him and that Lily would be too. Well, Lily drops by and she is pissed and yells at her brother of his plans from separating from Chancellor Winters.
Hey. You're dissolving our partnership? You're taking back control of Hamilton Winters?
So you've spoken to Jill?
Yeah, I spoke to Jill. Why wouldn't you come talk to me first?
I was coming to talk to you today.
After you gave Jill your ultimatum. You're threatening to go public with your opposition of the IPO if you don't get your way?
Can we talk about this calmly?
Yeah, sure. Let's have a civilized conversation about how you're stabbing me in the back. How far are you willing to go to fight your own sister to get what you want?
I don't want to fight with you. Okay?
Right, yeah. So pull the pin out of the grenade and walk away without any consequence? Without having a conversation?
I was in a conversation right now, right?
Yeah, after you made the decision, that's not a conversation. I have to roll over and give up everything that we have worked so hard for?
I'm not asking you to give up anything, Lily. I'm saying you go back to your company, I go back to my company.
Oh, yeah, Devon, like, it's so easy.
It can be easy. It certainly can be. You ran the company before without me, and you did it successfully. You can go back to doing the same thing, and I can go back to running my company exactly the way I want to.
Devon, find a way to give you more autonomy without splitting up.
How are you going to do that if you take the company public? It's impossible. And you know, the only reason I wanted to join our companies together is so we can work as a family, a cohesive family unit, and create a legacy to leave behind.
Yes,
right?
We still can.
I disagree. I've made too many mistakes so far because of not listening to my own instincts, and I'm not going to keep doing that. I'm sorry.
You know, Jill thinks that you're doing this just because of what happened with Abby.
Let her think that if she wants to. This is not an emotional decision. It's been a long time coming. I've never felt comfortable with this merger. And I apologize to you for not being honest about that sooner and not being honest with myself about it. But I'm now, as your brother, and I'm asking if you will allow me to take a step back from this partnership. That's it.
You want to pull the brother card? Asking me for a favor? And the way that you deal with getting burned is by burning me?
I'm not burning you, Lily. I'm trying to do what's best for you and for me.
Devon, we were a team. We were working together to honor our father. And just because you couldn't convince me and Jill to cancel the IPO, you try and sabotage it. How are you any different from Nate? Believe what you're saying? Do you? Because you are hurting me. You are damaging the company, all because you want control. You know what? Forget the comparison to Nate. You sound exactly like Victor Newman and nothing like Neil Winters.
So wait a minute. As much as I gotta say Devon should have told Lily about his plans, on the flip side, Lily, why would Devon want to stay a part of whatever you guys have going on after not only one, but two moles in the company who tried to undermine you, and you still wanted to take the company public? And you call him Nate, then call him Victor Newman, and says that he wants control. He's only taking back control of his company and giving you back control of your company. And you can do whatever the heck you want to do with Chancellor. He said, I don't want it to affect the legacy of Neil. Get over yourself. Okay, so now we're over at Society where we see Nikki and Victor having dinner, and he tells her about his visit with Chelsea, and they wonder if she has an illness, which would explain why Adam and Victoria have been so attentive to her at Christmas. Now, Nikki doubts it, but she thinks something is up, and he says that they need to find out what it is. No, you don't. It's none of your business. Now, Nikki agrees since they know what Chelsea's capable of when things don't go her way. And Victor's concerned about Johnny too, and he tells her about Adam interrupting his discussion, and Nikki sniffs. And then all of a sudden, speaking of Adam, he shows up at Society and tells dear old dad to back off, and they will never live under his thumb. And he's ranting, and he said he's done. Now, when he leaves, Nikki says that this is just what he does, and Victor wants to give his son a wake-up call and gives him a massive failure so he can finally figure out where he belongs. That boy has been getting out of line, and I have had it. That boy, Victor, is a grown man with a family. Stay out of his business, leave his job alone, and mind yours. And then all of the fallout happens at this point. Abby shows up at Devon. He's happy to see her, and she's near tears, and he hugs her. And then we see Billy sitting on Chelsea's doorstep. And when she opens the door, she's surprised to see him because he looks like he's been crying. So yeah, the drama was off the chain today. We got to stay tuned to see what happened next. Okay, so there you have it, your Young and the Restless recap for Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. Stay tuned for the bold and the beautiful recap also for today. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.